Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Listen to me. Been getting a lot of crazy questions, real questions, but crazy questions, in my opinion, from a lot of women about threesomes. And some women even saying that when you are married, that, you know, it's no holds barred, that now you take all, the boundaries off and you do whatever for your man. And that's not true. That's not true. There are still boundaries. But see, a lot of people are doing it their way instead of God's way. What you have to realize is that a marriage, it used to be for like kings in certain religions to where you can have multiple women. Kings had many wives and many concubines. There was no God in the picture. They didn't fear or reverence or know God. But then here comes, the Son of God, Jesus Christ, and he started to say that a man should be faithful to one woman and that adultery is a sin and that even lusting in your heart upon a woman is committing adultery in your heart. And the reason why Jesus began to say this because he saw the breakdown of the institution of marriage, not necessarily marriage, but a couple. That when you are together and you are two, if you are thrown here and there, if you are with this woman and that woman and that woman, you cannot focus on your woman and fall completely in love with her and cultivate a real relationship with her. And instead, you end up being lost and confused. So what happens is you start to lose yourself. And a man will lust after other women. And he lusts after other women because God put something in us to make us want to be fruitful and replenish the earth. So because we have this sexual desire, because that's how we reproduce. When you get in marriage without the strength of God, because God is the one who put it in you, so he's the only one who can make you a new creature. Your creator is the only one who can recreate you. So without the help of God, you are consumed by this desire, which becomes lust. And now because of the beauty constraints and standards that our society has put on us, we look at certain types of women and we say, this is beautiful. And it creates that lust. And now we say to our woman, and I'm saying we just because I'm a man, but this is not what I'm saying. We say to our woman, look, let's have this woman in our bedroom. And the woman who may be the wife and sometimes the girlfriend, which makes no sense to me, but hey, it's happening, will say, okay, you're my husband. My body belongs to you. I will give all of me to you. If that's what you want, I'll give you that. And that's where she makes the mistake. Because now you are giving into his lust for another woman. Now you are about to defile your bed. It's almost like accepting a disease in your body. Because this is not intended for a relationship to bring a third or fourth or fifth or how many ever other parties into something that is a union between two people defiles the relationship. And now you have just injected your relationship with a virus that will feed on itself and that will spread. And before you know it, and I guarantee you this lust will get so strong in your man or in you, and it will consume one of you or both of you, and it will take over. There's a real life situation where a man who had a lot of money, my wife was telling me about this, had a lot of money, had his woman, introduce his woman to another woman so they could have a threesome. His woman fell in love with the woman and they left him. So the lust took over in her because she felt like she received a better love from this woman. And this happens so many times. And a lot of times it's the other way around. A man will leave his woman for the woman that they invited into the bedroom, because now he feels like, okay, I fell for you, so let's cut my woman out because I've been with her for 10 years, 12 years, 15 years. I'm tired of her. We were going down the drain anyway. Let's cut her out. Now let's me and you start something new, and then we can bring other partners in, and then the cycle continues. And this man may be 40, 45, 50 years old, still carrying on this foolishness. And the reason why is because this lust cannot be quenched like thirst. This lust is all consuming, and when you feed it, it grows and it gets stronger. You're feeding a demonic beast inside of your spirit, and it will consume you, consume your relationship. It defiles your bed, and it will tear apart whatever bond you have built. Because when you take two people and you focus on one another and you satisfy yourselves with the body of your partner, with the mind of your partner, with the company of your partner, you fall in love deeper, and now they become all that you want. And even if you lust after somebody else, or you think somebody else is handsome or beautiful, or whichever way it's going, you still know that your relationship has boundaries and it has some rules to it, and you give all of your love and lust and energy to your partner. And this faithfulness creates a bond and a chemistry in your relationship that is unbreakable. But if you ignore that and you give into this lust, and a lot of times it's a woman giving into the lust of her man and not knowing that she is signing her marriage death certificate. She is signing her divorce papers with that action. And many people can remove the love from their relationship and stay together for the public and for the people and the kids, just for the convenience, for the financial security, but the love is absent. The love is absent. And therefore, with absent love, you might as well be dead if you are going to be in a relationship with no love, but pretending to have love. Listen, don't play with those spirits. It is a spirit of lust, this perversion, it will cause a rift in your relationship that you won't be able to sew back together. And if you look at the studies, look at the people who have done this and see if they last. You might be able to find one couple. But if you take it, you get in my shoes as a coach, as a relationship coach and mentor to couples, you will see that 9.99 out of 10 relationships who introduce their relationship to this unhealthy lust and invite someone into their relationship, whether it be an open relationship, a swinging relationship, threesomes, foursomes, whatever, they break down from the inside out. And unless there is an ulterior motive to remain, like the money or the status or the image, unless there is something else there to remain in that relationship, you have nothing. And I'm going to tell you, as a man, I would never, ever, ever ask my wife that, because I would never want her to see me to indulge and fulfill in lust with another woman. That is disrespect. That is not love. That is self-hate. And I would never ask my wife, not even to go to a strip club, not to have no threesome, not to have an open relationship and let me tip out and go mess with another woman. That's disrespect. That is not love. That is immaturity. That is brokenness. That is self-hate, and you have to address that. You cannot ignore that. You cannot keep making excuses. You got to address that ignorance and immaturity and self-hate and that destructive behavior. If not, it's gonna cost you everything. Hey, this Tony.